Welcome to Inside CalSTRS Investment, a periodic look at how member contributions are invested for the benefit of all California educators. I'm here today with Chris Ailman, our Chief Investment Officer. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mike. You do a great job of hosting these. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks. My pleasure. Well, one of the watchwords that we're hearing around CalSTRS these days is the collaborative model of investing, a new investment strategy, if you will. Can you explain that a little?
Yeah, if you look at our portfolio, about 25% of it is invested in partnerships, and we've been using those for almost 30 years. But when we looked around the globe, frankly, the Canadians were the ones that were kind of moving away from those into what I would call hybrid strategies that use some of the in-house talent and partner in a different vehicle with the managers. We thought that was a nice transition for us to complement the portfolio of partnerships that we have.
What's the benefit for CalSTRS?
You know, it's very direct in that by doing this, we hope to do it at lower costs, lower fees, which means a higher return. So we're not looking to add risk to the portfolio, kind of doing the same things we always did, but at a lower cost structure. And then when you're in more of a direct relationship, you get a little more control. So we have a little more involvement in what we buy, which means some level of risk, but we like that idea of being able to really focus the portfolio in areas that we think are attractive.
Doesn't CalSTRS already do this?
You know, a little bit in real estate, but what this is a graduation in a number of other asset classes. And what we're doing is taking a step-by-step approach. We've gone to the board, and if a member wants to see in any of the past meetings, starting in about July, we've gone back to the board asset class by asset class to describe what we think are the natural progression steps. We're not going to go all the way to the finish line, but just we keep using the tagline, this is an evolution, not a revolution, of just expanding what we're doing. And then we come back to the board and really talk about what we need to implement that, because it's a different structure. And you'll see us then putting that to work over the course of the next 18 months.
Chris, can you compare the costs of having staff internal versus external managers?
Yeah, we look at that on a regular basis. And obviously internal staff can't do everything and compete with the private sector. But basically it's a 10-to-1 ratio. It costs us about 1/10 the cost to run assets internal in CalSTRS than it does to pay an outside firm, say, on Wall Street. So the more assets we can bring house, not everything again, but parts of the portfolio, we think it makes a ton of sense. We're getting the same return, but at a lower cost, so better net return. We always say we're paying benefits with net returns, and that's the key focus for us.
Sounds like a no-brainer.
There are some things that definitely are the smart move, and we hope this is one of them for us. It's going to be complex, but we think it's going to be a good, bold move for CalSTRS. We're going to do it our way, not the way everybody else does. And so I look forward to seeing how we implement it.
Well, thanks, Chris. We'll keep watching. You've been watching Inside CalSTRS Investments. Thanks for joining us today.